It's important to understand what the options are for yourself and for the business and your team. So you need to have the conversation early to be able to talk it through and really come to a solution that fits everybody's needs. And start with a trial if you need to. You don't have to just jump in and say this is going to be forever. Your situation might change, the company's situation might change. Offer a short-term trial and then just see if it works for everybody.
Most companies, if they don't have it, will have the ability to set up working from home arrangements. If you are in an administrative space or a technical space, it becomes a little bit harder if you're in a physical work environment. But it doesn't mean that you can't ask for a flexible work arrangement if you're in that environment, like something that we've done up in the mill recently with the job share arrangements for some of our operators has been quite successful. So that's something that you can potentially ask for. There might be a number of candidates going for a role and you could potentially do a job share arrangement. Nothing should be off the table in this day and age in terms of flexible arrangement. It's not about the time you're at work, it's about the work you get done. So a lot of people will hit targets or hit KPIs and they work the hours that they need to work or they want to work. And that's not, we don't push a time-based work system. We'd rather people get what they need to get done, and if they need to go and do something, they've got the ability to do that.
So I'm personally quite flexible when it comes to work arrangements. I have a family myself, so I fully understand that. COVID has also proven to us that people can work from home, and that Teams meetings are possible. We've always said that a flexible work arrangement is giving to the company by working extra hours whenever you can and taking when it's suitable to both parties. So you can do it from that respect. If you want to negotiate flexible work arrangements, sell it as a give and take opportunity. You're giving to the company, but you're also taking to get that flexibility.
If you would like to do some flexible arrangements, know what you can do before you go into the discussions. So what days are you available, what times, who do you have in your support network to help you out? And when it comes to the time of that discussion, I would suggest having a good discussion with the person. Some people may be nervous talking about flexibility. They might have not done it before with an employee, and they might be just plain scared that they're going to feel like they're getting taken advantage of. So it's best to prepare and have the conversation, like a fleshed out, in-depth conversation with the person. Something else you can think of is different scenarios that you may want to do. Ask lots of questions around what does this role need me to do, and what would you like me to do? So do I need to be here at 6 a.m. 2 days a week, or do you want me to be here at 6 a.m? And you can try and flesh out the firm things that you need to do, and then offer some solutions or options to the person of, I can do this every second week, or I can do this from home, and then I'll come in later for a different part of the job. So try and flesh it out. But I would suggest that for some people it is new territory discussing these things. So do a bit of research and have a bit of practice in the conversation beforehand so that you can give yourself the best chance of getting what you want out of it.
Really important to a lot of people. That can often mean the difference between working and not working. I recognise that. So I guess there's two things. One is that be confident about explaining your situation, and I guess first of all is explaining your situation and why you need flexible work arrangements, and the other is explain. Once you've explained why you need them, explain. The second part of the discussion is how you think you can do the job given those flexible work arrangements. So you can still meet the needs of the role. Preparation is everything in these engagements. I mean, whoever you're going to be meeting are probably pretty time poor, and they may not have had time to prepare for the meeting, but certainly if you're coming with a request, make sure that you're prepared and thinking about be confident about why you need it, but probably as important, if not more important, how you can still deliver what's required in the role.
When you are asking for a flexible work arrangement, I would recommend pitching that idea to your leader in a way that they see benefit in, or they clearly understand. It could possibly be a very structured document or email saying that I'd like to work a day a week from home, or I'd like to adjust my start and finishing hours, and the types of duties that could still be performed during those hours, or work from home, and also putting a measure against that. So if you believe that 20% of your role can be conducted sitting behind a desk, has little customer facing activities or interaction, and would also benefit from perhaps less interruption from the general office environment, then place that in your justification. Place those duties or tasks in your justification on request. So it's all very transparent and clear for the leader to be able to make that assessment and hopefully support it. The other key recommendation from me is around suggesting a trial period. So if it's a bit new for your leader, or even new for the organisation, putting forward that can we please trial this for 1 month, or can we please trial this for 3 months, and then that way the leader also feels like they're not caged into having to support a request up front that maybe they'd have some concerns or they're uncertain about, that you could sit down in a month's time or 3 months' time and actually work through around what's worked well and what hasn't worked well. If you're looking to spend a little bit more time working outside of the normal work arrangement, perhaps it is a bit more time working from outside of the office, whether it's from home. The other suggestion is you almost need to be a serial pest. So you need to put some extra energy into calling people over the phone as opposed to sending a message or an email. Turning on your camera when you are in team meetings, engaging in team meetings if they are over the phone or over Teams. It shows your leader that you are actively engaged in team meetings or on calls, and doesn't give them a reason on that review date to say, well, I feel like you're not available or you're not present, when you are working from home or working outside of the normal hours.